What's more important than H3H3 versus Keemstar and this internet drama? Well, I'll tell you what, I know what's more important. A whole entire website that's based on natural health news and freedom of speech with many other journalists and people involved who believe in just healing themselves and their body naturally is being blacklisted, not just censored. So, okay, let's get this into consideration. Natural News and Brighteon.com, both alike, both owned by the same people, who are just scientists, actually, themselves, who just post information on natural health and oftentimes the news regarding natural health and creating a more sustainable environment for oneself and the world around them. They are censored. They don't have any presence on platforms like Facebook, platforms like YouTube. You can't find Natural News or The Health Ranger on YouTube. Okay, you can look it up on YouTube. It'll say, okay, he got banned, he got banned. Nobody so far reported this, but now they're blacklisted because that means you can't even share an article from naturalnews.com, or you can't even share a video from Brighteon.com. Brighteon is an alternative to YouTube. I mean, how many people have been banned off of YouTube just for their thoughts? I mean, all across the board, conservative or not, this or that. I mean, many people. Why is that, right? Why is it that these big companies are all pressing down on these sites? And then especially at a time like this when you have a virus spreading and information is something that it could actually be used as a weapon or something that could actually save lives in some cases or scenario. I mean, you know, this is something you really have to consider. The fact that you can't even link an article or video. What if I had a video, as I do on Brighteon.com, even share it to people on Facebook or Twitter? Now I can't wake up those who are in the dark. Isn't that the whole point of empowering people to want to take action, to want to heal their own body? It's through the process of saying, this is what's going on. This is the right food component you need. This is the right substance that can help you potentially treat the coronavirus. And you know, the funny thing is too, I had a video on the coronavirus on YouTube, and it was my most popular one. Not even like a month published, and had over 300 views, which is a lot for my channel, frankly. Okay, and guess what? It was taken off with no reason, just saying, oh, it goes against community guidelines. It's nothing but articles and studies, and you can see it on Brighteon.com for yourself, or BitChute, which is an amazing YouTube alternative as well. So people are going to these alternatives for that reason, but you can't even link articles from Brighteon or Natural News on Facebook, which is the biggest social media, I'd say, that most people have been using lately. So if I can't even share my own videos, even though it's not person that posted, I mean, you have so many people posting videos, so many people posting content. Does it make sense? By blacklisting the entire website, you're blacklisting everybody that's on it. Like, what is it that the website did themselves that made it so dangerous? Are they causing harm? Are they causing legal problems? No, they're not. They're not causing any problems. You know why they're banned? Because they said things that the mainstream media and the mainstream corporations behind those media companies didn't like. It went against their narrative, and therefore it got kicked off the platform. Just like what you saw with Alex Jones, just like what you saw with David Icke, regardless of what you think about them, regardless of what they say. These people are getting banned, and somebody's got to speak up about it. And so, yeah, my video gets banned, but I'm like a super small channel, and it shows a lot when a super small channel gets banned for a video like that. When I'm just trying to bring cures to people, or potential treatments, or potential preventions to people, like, are you serious? Like, is the only media platform that's to exist CNN and Fox News, and are these to be the only ones that exist? Of all the people, we're not allowed to have our own independent media? Well, it makes sense. They don't want us to have our own healing system, through natural medicine. Okay, so they don't want us to be self-sustainable. They don't want us looking up websites that challenge their mainstream views. So you see here an article, Facebook blacklists free speech video platform Brighteon.com, because that's why it was founded, for promoting free speech. And again, not violating any laws, okay? Otherwise it would be taken off the internet. They'd get into a whole bunch of other problems. No, Facebook as a company decided, well, you can't even post articles from them. And don't, not just that, right? The entire website of Natural News is banned off of Facebook. So they had 2 million 2 million likes. Okay, that complete account was taken out after years of being on the platform, years, right? And they'll say, oh, we'll strike this from years ago. They'll strike that from months ago, which my video was also like a couple months, like, and then it just suddenly gets banned. Like, this is absurd. So what's going on here? It's just the fact that it's effective, the fact that these people are getting out information that they don't want others to see. That's all that needs to be said, is that they're challenging the mainstream narrative here. So it says they're doing this to silence humanitarian voices of pioneering women just like Judy Mikovits, because she, I believe, is one of those doctors who are talking about what's going on, and she calls it a plandemic, as I've covered also on my own channel, and she questions the standard narrative about the vaccine and the WHO, which, as we know, the vaccine companies and the vaccine all founded by Bill Gates. You can check out a good series of documentaries on the Corbett Report. Luckily on YouTube, people try to be careful with their words and careful with everything that must be done. And still, people end up with their channels just taken off the next day. They don't even know about it. They don't even get strikes about it. It's what is the system that they have here? It's one that is, may you want to call it communist, but it's really just censorship. It's at best, it's silencing your freedom of speech, which you have innately as a human right. So you have also Chinese freedom leader Jennifer Zhang, and these are videos banned just for people from all over the world. Like I said, on gardening, smoothie recipes, nutrition, pet care. Wow, this is so dangerous. Diabetes prevention, women's productive health, and other topics. Wow, so dangerous, so dangerous. Wow. So, okay, this is what we got to do then. We have to take action. We can't. This is not going to be something that just all of a sudden gets standardized, like people getting censored left and right. This is something that just gets normalized. Like, that's not good, because people are just sitting back and not doing anything about it. So let's actually bring action to what we're doing, which is what I'm starting to do, is create action steps around the. So please stay tuned if you are interested. I have a whole blueprint that I will be releasing on this channel, a whole new website that's going to be detailing this blueprint for how humanity will be going the right direction. And I will guide you and I will show you how I exactly do that. So you may be inspired to do the same in your own neighborhood, in your own communities. We can really change the world this way. I believe that we can. So one such ways, though, we can do this through the internet, because we need knowledge existent, and the internet was such a great tool where you can Google something and you get it, right? But it's funny because they're also blacklisted on Google. All these companies tend to work together, and then you wonder why. It's like, look at the people that are behind them. Look at the same people. These are the same people that you see appear over and over again when they just don't want you seeing the narrative. We're not pointing fingers. We're not saying you shouldn't say this or say that, but they're the ones that are always looking around like, who should we ban? It's the ADL, it's the SPLC, it's groups like that who are doing these bannings and shadow bannings at best, because they try to do it in silence, and they try to silence you even more, even when you show dissent, even when you show this is happening. So, I mean, talk about actual just tyranny. That's what we have here in the United States and all over the world, essentially, because people can't access it anywhere then. These are global companies pushing for a global agenda. So we see coordinated illegal censorship, which is kind of sort of what it is, which is why they're telling you to take action by contacting Facebook themselves, by testing it out yourself, seeing if you can post a link on their sites, and it tells you that you can't because it's against their community standards, because they were completely black. Absurd. So, the ask form, I definitely suggest you just look up this article that is posted on banned.news, and so luckily they have other domains that they can work with, but when is enough? This is crazy that they have to make all this new stuff, they have to make new platforms, they have to just redo and make a whole new system just to be the alternative to the current system that is failing us. This is ridiculous. But no choice if we want to save the world, if we want to keep people informed, empowered, actually, heal themselves. So thank you for watching. I hope you understand what is actually. Why I say that is, while, sure, it's important to look at maybe the bad acts of one individual like Keemstar and, and the individuals there involved in that controversy. Sure, that's important, but what's more important? Someone's actual livelihood, actual, like, what they've built up all this time is being taken away. Something that can actually save lives being taken away. Doctors and scientists, their voices being taken away. Are you serious? Because this is going to impact our society. I mean, you have to still keep in mind, while this drama is going on, we also have a virus going on, folks. This is not something that's going to be ending anytime near soon, especially just in economic. Maybe if there's a second cycle, as we are starting to see. Keep this all in mind, and everybody out there, I just want you to stay vigilant. Don't be too much consumed in this drama stuff, because frankly, let's be honest, most of the drama is formed from the people in the comment sections, the people who are causing more inflammation of this than it actually should be. So, you know, let's really agree upon what is actually more important here and not get too distracted from what's actually going on, which they always want to hide from you. So thank you. You know, if you were to look at, you know, H3H3 and all these other Keemstar and all these other people, they're getting so many views right now. They're feeding this up like money. Not that they are greedy in any way, but goodness, this is getting quite a lot of publicity in a good way. So it's not just bad things happening to everybody here. Just keep that in mind. All right, thank you very much for watching. This is Corey Angelat, Nature's the Answer. Thank you.